Ciao to everyone. Welcome to the YouVe Show. Ciao Martina.
What's up? Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome.
Ciao Max. Ciao Michael.
Hello.
Nice to see you guys.
Nice to
How
have
are
you.
you?
All good. All good.
Very good. Yeah, very good. It's been quite crazy here in Serbia, and any breath of fresh air with positive energy is welcome. And you guys are definitely giving this to us. So let's have a good time together.
Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes. I'm checking who is in the chat. We have Caden from I Love Football. We have Michael also. Ciao, guys. We have Enzo that just joined. Enzo Sassuolo-Juve. Ciao, ciao. So really happy. Let's see that people are joining because people at 10 o'clock, some are, it depends where they are in the part of the world. Some just are waking up, otherwise are about to go sleep. So we always have a bit more people that will join and then we will say hello. But we have a lot to cover today. We will speak about the game versus Atalanta.
Yeah.
That will be a tough one. Let's see what Max and Michael Martina think about the game. Then we will speak about the hands, the penalties, because that is a big polemic. Now they want to review the hands. So let's see about that. We will speak about the UCL draw. If we beat Lyon, we have tough teams to compete. We will speak about Ronaldo. Can he be the number one after Del Piero? After so many years, can we have another Capocannoniere for Juve? Let's see if that happens. One goal behind Immobile, and then we will speak. We will do some games, and there is a giveaway, right, Martina?
Maybe.
There is maybe a giveaway. We will explain. So people are joining. We have True Galaxy AJ that joined the last time as a coach. Ciao, my man. Really happy that you joined. But today there is a giveaway. Maybe that it will explode. Let's see if that will work. Not only that, and then we will prepare the game versus Sassuolo and the remaining part of the season. So starting with Max, because you are new, and then we have a familiar face, Michael. Max, I will don't be scared. I will put you on big screen. Present yourself, who you are, why you are a supporter from Juve, and what you do, because I know that there is something about Juve Club Serbia. I know that you do some music. Let us know about you, Max. Here is your time. It's your show time.
Well, thank you so much. I think it's not going to be so easy to wrap it up in a few minutes, but I'll try not to bore people to death. Well, hi, everybody. My name is Marco, actually, but everybody calls me Max. All my friends call me Max. I come from Serbia, Belgrade, and I've been a Juventus supporter since 1996. I was a little boy when I saw that Jugovic penalty that gave us the Champions League that we're crying about ever since. But yeah, we have a feeling that it's coming soon. That's why we're all here to support and to give good energy that it's going to happen. I'm a musician by trade. I'm actually a singer. I've been doing music since 2002. And yeah, I have my band, Euterpa, right now. And soon I'm going to be moving to Germany. I'm actually going to come and live not so far from you, Giuseppe. Just
I
so
know.
you know. Yeah, we're gonna live pretty close. So one of these YouVe shows in the future, we might be doing from the same room. Huh.
I like that. Yeah.
That will be fantastic because we talked about it in a private message, and we said that once you move, you will be. I believe it was 2 hours away from me or something like that. Then we can definitely go for a beer, and who know, joining live. That would be an amazing experience. We tried already with Martina and AJ with Jose, who joined the last time in the same screen. Let's try it together, Max. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. And I'm also one of the co-founders of Juventus Official Club Serbia. Serbia, for the first time, has an official fan club. And we, of course, invite everybody in this region who is maybe watching this show right now that if they don't have an official fan club in their own country, they're always welcome to join ours because we go to games together. We have, we watch games together often, and we're really a community that's constantly growing. So, yeah, a big hello to all my guys in Serbia who are watching this now and all Juventini.
I really love it because the supporter clubs are really important, I believe, for Juventines around the world. And we spoke about it. I had on my channel the guys from Bianconeri YYZ. I was in contact with the guys from Singapore also, because they will have a celebration on the 27th, I believe, 5 years.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy that we have contact with Serbia. It's from over the world. Really happy about that.
It's awesome.
And people love to say that all Juve supporters, especially in this way, are really joining like a family. And especially at these times when we are together and talking like this, it just tells you that it's true. It actually is true. We're all getting together and we're all like supporting one amazing club. And hopefully we're going to celebrate also together at some point.
I agree. And then we have Michael, who is coming back. You have a message from Caden. Who's saying we have one in Malta.
Yeah, we have a big fan club in. I think it's one of the biggest ones actually. The fan clubs in Malta. I know they have a good relationship with like Marquisio as well, and these sort of guys. They brought Marquisio, Dybala, and the past. Hi, by the way, my name is Michael. I've been on the show before. I don't really know how to follow up what Max actually said. He's a musician and he's part of like this fan club. From my end, the first memory that I had, I mentioned it last time, is not of Juventus winning the Champions League. It's of them losing the Champions League, which is very nice. Been a Juventus fan my whole life. Went through the ups, downs, and ups. And by trade, I'm basically a numbers guy. I'm a data analyst, so I like numbers essentially.
That's awesome.
We have also Alex Messi, who's there. Some would say, oh, we have Messi in the same team as Ronaldo. Messi explained me that actually, and I will explain. So the Alex is from Alex Del Piero. So it's not his name. It's Alex from Alex Del Piero. And then you have the Messi, not for Messi, but he's called Messina as a family name. So so that's why the Alex Messi, and I know it because it's my cousin, and I'm really happy that for the first time my cousin is joining. So ciao.
Hey, Alex.
Hello. Hey.
So we kick off immediately, guys, with the attacking part. So the attacking part, without waiting too much, and we start immediately. I will show you some stats. It's Juve-Atalanta of the last time, and that was a game. So Martina, do you want to review quickly the stats?
Yeah.
Because the stats are showing something different than the reality, and I wanted to know them.
Yeah, I mean, definitely if you see the stats, you think a game completely different of, I mean, at least what I perceived the game to be. Possession is completely half-half. Shots, I mean, Juventus always have a lot of shots, but never on target. However, this game we had so many shots on target, which it's something that I was super surprised, because usually it's never like that. And Atalanta had only 2 shots on target that were basically the 2 goals. And then they had quite a lot of shots, more than us. But in fact, we got a bunch of shots on target, which I found it surprising. It was nice. And then as of the rest, like the passes and between the 2 teams, it was basically, I mean, as of the stats say, it's basically super balanced. I don't think these stats reflect the game on itself. I know that numbers sometimes, well, technically they have to show what the game is. However, I perceived it completely different. I don't know if you guys felt the same way looking at these stats and what the game was.
Yeah, I think it depends what stats up. I think we've lost. Is Max here? No?
He will
I don't know what happened. Okay. I think it depends, what kind of stats you show. I'd be curious to see even what sort of shots we had. I'm surprised at the possession, actually. I know that there was a period, I don't know how long it was, but Atalanta just had the ball and we couldn't get it from them, which was a bit crazy. The stats, they're kind of as in simple stats, we don't know kind of the quality of shots from them, even the passes, where these passes were. So it was not I think that the stats only show kind of a certain side. I'd be curious to see some other sort of stats like the XG and stuff like that. I think that two of the shots on, but yeah, exactly. Two of the shots on targets were probably the penalties. Hey, Max. So yeah, I think that the game was not as these stats would show it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, definitely not.
What was your take on the game, Max?
Well, there's a saying, you probably heard it before, when they say like that stats are like a bikini. They like reveal a lot, but they don't show anything. So basically, it's the same situation here. I mean, we all saw the game, so there are no numbers that they can show us after that we would be like, oh yeah, that wasn't so bad. No, it was actually pretty much under a standard of that we expect actually from the club. And I mean, considering that we are a team who has way bigger ambitions at this point than, also than winning the Scudetto, it's also winning the Champions League, and you know what kind of clubs play there. You kind of expect maybe not to demolish a team like Atalanta, because that would be a little bit too pretentious. Atalanta are an amazing side that play great football. But to watch your team look so hopeless that they just can't control anything, like they were totally under Atalanta's system, and it's scary. At this point, it's scary because that Champions League is coming close, and especially since we're going to be in a situation that there's going to be one-off games, so there's not going to be any time to fix the errors later. All these things have to be fixed already now through Serie A. But also to our guys, like, I'm trying sometimes not to burst into flames as soon as a game is over. We have to also take into consideration that this is really a large amount of games in a short period of time that our guys are doing after such a long break, and it's not easy. But then again, so is Atalanta. So, it's kind of hot and cold. We expect better from our guys, and they still have time to fix this, and I sincerely hope they will.
It was a strange game, because after the loss versus Milan, we have to be honest, we were all doubtful what Juventus would we see, and then you had a lot of people who were saying that no, Juventus will do a great game because Juventus doesn't lose 2 consecutive games in Serie A. And the last time was in 2005, guys, that we lost 2 consecutive games in Serie A. So a lot of people were saying, no, we will see a spectacular Juventus. And then you had the other half who was saying it will be a disaster because Atalanta is the best team in Serie A at the moment, how they play. They only did wins after the lockdown. So it was a dangerous one. Michael, were you the one that was really confident about Juventus, or you were in the doubtful side?
Oh, definitely doubtful. I was pretty afraid of Atalanta. I mean, their attack is just unbelievable, and they've scored 85 goals, which is mad. No, I was quite concerned. I think that, to be honest, I think I was affected because even the Milan game, for example, obviously the end of it was terrible, and then one wants to see Giuseppe's reaction to it. Go to watch it on his channel. It's so funny. You lifted my mood, Giuseppe. It was so funny. But I think that I was kind of affected by that last half hour, which was obviously just a disaster. And I was just saying, I'm not expecting anything. I was actually expecting like a big loss, to be honest. So
if you see now that we were actually near to lose, you were the one that are doubting about Juventus before the game. Are you satisfied about the game after the 90 minutes or not?
It's a point for me. It's a point gained. Like I'm happy with it, to be honest. I think that we all know that the team has its problems. So for me, I just want the Scudetto, and I will see what happens next season for me. As in, that's the way I've kind of got. I just want the Scudetto badly. Obviously, that Conte doesn't get it. I mean, that would be disgusting. So yeah, that's kind of my feeling about it.
What do you agree, Martina, with what Michael said? For you, what were your impression before, during, because it was really again near to lose it, and then after the game? What was your experience with that?
I mean, before the game, I was scared. Because, you know, as I said last episode, if we have won a win against Milan, I wouldn't be scared to just lose against Atalanta. But now I was like, shit, you know, I can't even lose again, you know? So I was very stressed and nervous. During the game, I was even more like, I wanted to go there and play myself and just make it happen. I don't know. I was just so nervous. And then after, I was like, okay, I'm fine. You know, because at least we got the point. At least we didn't lose. So
It was a point gained.
exactly.
Not.
So at the end, I'm happy. Of course, it could have been better, but I'm satisfied with the result.
I want to finish with Max. Why? Because I know that Max is always a bit more in the positive side. Were you also positive after the loss of Milan before the Atalanta game, or you joined our friends and you were also a bit scared?
No, I was a bit scared, but I didn't think that we were going to lose. I mean, Juve is not a side that like loses one game, then wins another, then loses another one. You know, we're a winning side, and like I was pretty sure that we wouldn't play a good game, but that doesn't necessarily have to mean that you're going to lose. And what's been shown in the recent past with our guys is that they kind of handle being the more inferior team. They don't handle this psychologically good because they're kind of used to being always the guys who are like banging and not losing and always winning. And then when they get into trouble, I mean, I think the Milan game showed that pretty much when they were just stunned by the confidence of the Milan team and they just couldn't recover from it. They were in total knockdown like that. Even that Sandro pass that just was the final nail in the coffin, that was just, you know, a pure sign that this team sometimes still has problems of lifting themselves. But since we are a great team, and I know that, and I mean, that's the reason why all of Italy and a lot of people outside of Italy hate us, is that we are the champions and we are the best and we are 8-time Scudetto winners, and you know you can't take that away from us. Yep. So whoever we're playing, like they can put us to play against Real Madrid or Manchester City tomorrow, and I still wouldn't be able to tell you with 100% certainty, oh yeah, we're losing this one. No, you kind of don't know. Maybe we're going to play good, maybe we're going to play bad, but I can't tell you that we're going to lose it.
I highlighted a message of Abdul Ghani who say, but I kind of missed that feeling of being scared of a loss, especially, you know, when you win 8 in a row. It can be, it's strange, because a lot of people would say, I'm happy we have to win. It's my favorite team and I don't care. And on the other hand, you know, that fact that the Scudetto could be open again or not, we will discuss about that later, is a feeling that some miss that excitement. Martina, because I see that you are yes and no, knocking yeah and no. What's your take on that? And
I like that Serie A in general is becoming more competitive, and it's putting, you know, like pressing Juve a little bit, because I mean we have to admit in the last 8 years it was quite easy to win. It's not that we had like a lot of pressure and a lot of competition. However, now it's starting to become, and I feel like every year it's becoming stronger and stronger, which scares me because I do want to win 10 in a row. So after that, it's fine. We can maybe stress more, but before the 10, I hope to win like 10 in a row, and then we can maybe let someone else win, like Atalanta.
Let's let them win. Yeah.
Like,
maybe.
That's where our pretentious spirit comes from. Maybe we'll let you win in 3 years. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want
That's
that.
why they hate us, Martina. That's why they hate us.
I'm honest.
No. For me, we have to continue to win the Serie A as long as possible. I always said that, because we'll talk about Champions League later. For sure, we all want Champions League, but that's for me the cherry on the cake, or the icing on the cake. I'm definitely a Serie A man who wants to win year after year after year.
So you would always pick the Serie A over the Champions League? Like if someone had to tell you have the choice for this season, for example, to win Serie A or Champions League, you'd always pick
this
Serie A.
season. Oh yeah.
Or maybe next season, whichever.
No,
next season would be the 10th. Huh?
I want 10. Whatever happened, I want 10. Because, Serie A, Champions League, I'm a bit older, and I saw Juventus winning it. And for sure, I want Juventus to win it every year.
Stop
That's a
rubbing it
fact.
in, man. Stop rubbing it in. Jesus.
But I can wait 2 years more. But how many times will we be in the position to do a 10 in a row? It will never happen again. It's like a consecutive star. You know what I mean? It's a star
Yeah, I
that
know what you mean.
here. So it's something really unique. Now, I
Yeah.
would never say I don't want to win the Champions League.
No,
for
no, of
sure
course.
not.
I mean,
But that's a bit the idea.
that's true.
Yeah,
That's a fair
we
point.
do have the Champions League for that fear of loss that everybody wants. We have Champions League for that. But in
I
Italy,
agree.
there's so much shit over the years that I think we can just stick it to them right now. So all good.
Look here. So meanwhile, we have some people that join. I wanted to say hello to so Abdul Ghani, that we were reading his comment, but he said hello. We have Hassan who joined, who is saying actually congratulations for 1,000 subscribers.
Congrats.
Congratulations, man.
So thank you about that. My dream is that the YouVe Show, because we are sharing it with Martina, we started. It's a long way. It's hard. It's hard to have 1,000 subscribers. YouTube is a really difficult platform. And I believe, or you go really crazy and you can have a boom and it happens, or otherwise, especially if you speak about something like a niche. Bless you,
Bless you.
Martina.
Sorry.
Then you have to be consistent and people have to recognize it. So thank you for that. Really, really, really. We had Michael who's there. We have Marco Sufjan who is there. Michael from the Netherlands. Then we have so some people who joined. I'm really happy. So thank you for being there. Don't forget, maybe there will be a nice giveaway in a few minutes. So going back to the statistics, and I have a question because we went a bit through it, but I want to speak a bit more about Sarri on that one. So you see that he's taking notes a lot of time in this little, notebook. This
is my Saudi impression. This is
You see?
Yeah, he's always. Yeah, I'm curious to know what he's writing.
Can you do it again, Max? That people really see how you were doing it.
Yeah, I need a cigarette, but I can have this. Okay.
Love it.
So he's doing it perfectly. Do you think, because he's a guy who we know he tried to use also technology to do analysis of the games, of the trainings? We heard that Napoli was using drones and so on and so on. Do you think that the coach like Sarri, when he see those stats, and I believe, and that's what I believed about the game, that we really feared Atalanta, especially in the first time, and that the big question of Sarri, or tactic from Sarri to his team, was don't break the lines. And even if it's 1-0 after 45 minutes, we take it. But don't go crazy. We will try to go crazy in the second half. Do you think that, and I'm not saying your opinion, but Sarri as a coach, is he satisfied with the 2-2 and with the statistics that we see? So I show them again, because at the end, 9 shots on target, on goal, 5 on targets, 50% possession. And then pass accuracy, it's the same as Atalanta. It's really strange, but people would say Atalanta played so much better. But at the end, when you see those numbers, it's not only the score that is equal, but also the stats. Max, what's your take on that to start with?
Well, when it comes to the statistics, and if we're talking specifically about passes, what's deceiving in this case is, like, you can get the same stat for like defensive midfielders sending the ball back and then having the defenders passing the ball among themselves, and then on the other side you have Atalanta, who after 2 passes already looks to break the lines and starts finding somebody up top. So those are the same number of passes, but used in a different way. So it doesn't create a realistic picture about how the game is played. And this specific case, I think it was very scary, because in the first half against us, it felt like Atalanta could have scored any time they wanted. And like we had Saribal, which is based on ball possession, and at one point of the first half we had 24%
Yeah,
ball possession.
I remember
At
that. Yeah.
20th, when, yeah,
That's like that's like something like that's a whole system failed. Like,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
very difficult, and it's very difficult for me at that point. I know people. I read because I love watching a Juve game and reading tweets in the meantime. That's so much fun, and most of the people that were writing tweets were like bashing Bernadeschi, bashing and anyone that made a mistake at this point. But for me, none of them were as guilty as a wrongly placed system in this moment. The system was so not suiting for Atalanta that it made everybody make a bunch of mistakes. So it was very important for the guys to lift themselves in the second half, and we had a lot of luck with this. But I sincerely hope that Sarri is not a type of a coach that's gonna sit after the game and look at these stats that you just showed me and say, "Oh yeah, well we weren't so bad today." I really hope he is not one of those guys.
if I can interrupt, and it's a really good comment. Look at that. The score is now live after 42 minutes. It's 4-1 for Atalanta versus Brescia. They are smashing everyone.
Yep.
That's the word that Rocco is using also. Ciao, Rocco, by the way. And that's a really good information about that. Sometimes we say we are Juve and we have to win versus everyone, but it's a fact. Atalanta is in top shape. They are killing everyone. Is it maybe the day after you reevaluate the performance of Juventus, because at the end we didn't lose and we are the only one who didn't lose against them at the moment. I remember when you watch the game, especially in the first half, I was really feeling ashamed of Juventus because not because I couldn't find solution myself. I was like, what can we do? We have to admit in the first half Atalanta is stronger. But
Yeah.
if you see, and mentally, it's not easy. And for Atalanta, that conceded 2 goals on penalties, and now we will switch to the second team, the handballs. But they could have collapsed because it's a small team. They don't. So for me, sometimes we have to also say, let's reevaluate what we did and appreciate it.
Yeah, but you know what the thing is? Like, if you take this game and you compare it, like, if you take it as a singular game, it's not a big deal. Yeah, you'll always play a bad game. There's always going to be an opponent that's better than you. And Atalanta really are a top side. And they play better football than we do at this point. And there are maybe people who don't agree, who maybe hate hearing this, but Atalanta play better football at this moment than we do.
It's a fact.
But
Hands
But
down.
if you take this game and you compare it to the other games, then you see some things that are a little bit bothering you, like that our system is not actually working all the time in general. But a lot of times we have players in the team who have incredible individual abilities, and then they break the lines, and then that makes the whole system start to breathe, and then everything starts to turn out well. But then you play against a team that's like Atalanta, that closes off everything, and there's no individual efforts over there. You can't pass. You can't, they lose the ball. They recover it 2 seconds after. And then they start. You saw, I'm sure you all guys saw on Twitter, the period of 8 minutes.
Yeah, 8 minutes without touching it.
Yeah, that's insane. That's you have no say in the game. And to be honest, I have no problem with this, that it happens because they're just a better team. But I'm more afraid because it shows our future opponents, especially in the Champions League, that we are very vulnerable like this. And if they close off all our players who can open the game individually, I don't think Sarriball right now is still giving us a product that it needs. And that's the worry I'm having.
We have a quick question, just a yes or a no from Hassan, because it's an important question also. Do you think we were lucky enough to concede only 2 goals? And it's important because he's a smart guy, Hassan, because he's using smart words. Were we lucky enough to concede only 2 goals? Michael.
Oh, wow, that's quite where we're lucky enough. I think that kind of the goal of Zapata was just, just brilliant. But the goal of who was the guy who scored the second goal? Was a rocket. I don't remember who.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just a rocket. To be honest, I think that as in them scoring 2 goals, it wasn't like we were being bombarded. To be honest, I was seeing Szczesny a bit iffy. The whole game, his distribution was horrible. But I was seeing him being a bit iffy. I thought that 2 goals for them was kind of let's say it. I expected it in a way. I think we're more lucky to have those 2 penalties, to be honest.
Yeah, I believe also. I have because I wanted to answer that one because that's fresh news. But the question from Abdul Ghani is a random question. When will the new home kit be launched? Don't they usually wear them at the end of the season, or it's delayed with the Champions League? So Adidas has always an agreement with the teams, not only Juve, but it was also like that in the past with Milan, that the teams has to use the new kit in the last game of the season, to actually launch the kickoff. Unfortunately, with everything what happened, they didn't launch it. They allowed Ajax, for example, to launch their away kit, but the Netherlands Eredivisie already stopped, so that's also why we didn't. But I know that the shirts are already in some sport stores, and I heard through some sources that they are about to be launched in August. Will it be for the Champions League? Will it be for, again, the same rule as the last game of the Serie A? Let's see, but they are about to be launched. If it's not in 2 weeks, it will be in 3 weeks for sure. So that was a bit the intermezzo, and then we go to another topic. And I wanted to show you a meme from Average Juventino guy who was actually saying, when it's handball for you, or actually for Juventus, you see that Napoli, Inter, Milan, but also all the other teams are really angry. And then when it's a penalty against us, they are all happy. Guys, tell me a bit your opinion about that, because we don't live in Italy. I was following it to Twitter and the journalist, and also, so I know how it's happening there. But how did you perceive all that? Because now they want to review the rules. It's not okay anymore because the handballs, they are too much, and so on and so on. So what's your take on that, Martina?
I think the rule of handball is wrong, or not wrong, but needs to be completely changed or reviewed in a way, because there are too many mistakes, not only with Juve, not only in Italy, but in all the leagues, and that needs to change. And the people complaining of Juve penalties or Juve complaining of other people's penalty will not stop until those rules will change. I do think the system of that is broken in a way, and VAR is not gonna, because VAR is just gonna say it touched the hand, okay, it's handball. But then there are some exceptions that the rules need to change itself. So I think,
Michael, we saw that Serie A, and that's actually the big question. The handball is judged differently from league to league, and then you see that in Serie A, there are the league from the big leagues where they gave the most penalties in. It's really a lot of penalties. I believe it was 35 more than last year, if I'm not wrong in statistic. Is that fair? What's your take on that interpretation of Serie A versus the handballs?
I mean, I think it's fair in the sense that everyone, has the same rule. No, probably not. I think that the idea behind the rule was because there was this whole thing about intent and not intent. I mean, how can you judge intent? You cannot really. There was this whole thing about it. From my end, I think it's a bit too much, to be honest, now, in the sense that, I mean, you're seeing De Ligt, he was getting these handballs like it's like had a magnet on his hand. It was ridiculous. Even the handballs of Atalanta, the first one where it hit kind of very close to his elbow was a bit maybe dubious, but I think by the letter of the law, it still would count as a handball. So Personally, as a rule itself, the way that they've made it so harsh, I think is way too much, in my opinion. But I understand why they tried it as well, kind of to go with this whole, look, we won't have this intent sort of thing. And the rules are the same for everyone. I mean, the fact that people still complain about Juve, at the end of the day, like you guys were saying, Juve won 8 titles in a row. The people are always going to be, kind of scrutinizing you in this way, like they used to scrutinize Inter when they were on their run. So, particularly Juve with the whole Calciopoli thing. Check out Giuseppe's video, by the way. Whoops, there. It's very good. But yeah, for me, I don't really agree with the rule. But it's the same for everyone. So.
Look, I wanted to show you a statistic, and then Max can go through that one in a bit. It's really small, but I will go through it. I will make it a bit bigger also. But until the last game, we see the penalties that were given to the team. So you see that Inter received 10 penalties, Juventus 12, and then you see Lazio 15. Lazio 15, Genoa also 15. So those are the clubs that receive the most penalties for. And then you see
Lecce have interesting games. Huh? Look at Lecce. Jesus Christ. They have entertaining games.
Wait, where is Lecce? Where is Lecce?
Under Lazio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They have
30. It's 30. It's really a lot. And then you see the one conceded, and you see like 12 for Lecce. It looks like Lecce is only playing in the box. They don't play in the midfield.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
You see Lazio with 6, Inter 4, Juventus 10, and out of those 10s, 7 were from handballs for Juventus. So it's crazy. And when you see the previous pick, I will go again through it. Let me fix that. You really see that it is what it is. We understand that picture, but then we go to facts, and that is always an interpretation where Juventus steals, Juventus blah 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 blah, and then you go to facts. If you have 10 conceded penalty versus 6 Lazio or 4 Inter, it's actually the both teams that are behind us have together equally the same against as Juve. Max, what is your interpretation on that?
Well, to be honest, I think this all comes from under the same roof, like Juve being this cheating club that buys everything, and everyone, even the ball boys, are Juve's, and probably the pigeons that fly in are also paid by Juve. Everything comes by being paid by Juve. So the stats that you were just showing us about handballs, I think we can have the same discussions if we talk about, I don't know, potential dives, like when every time they jump when Dybala falls, is it deliberate? Did he dive? Or no, they always compare it to themselves. There is always this element of victim blaming, and I don't think it's something that, you can see a lot of people that I even talk about the same things. So I don't think that we should actually discuss this too much, because we kind of indulge in the chaos that is trying to be made around Juve. It's just suck it in. The rules are same for everyone. It's like, that's one of the reasons why I always loved having Max Allegri on the bench, because he was always a gentleman who approached these things whenever being asked about in a very polite manner, that was always kind of sharing my views, how I see this. So I would never actually talk about this. Like Michael said, same rules, yeah. Max.
He's saying hello to you, Max and Max.
Max,
it's just like what?
It's okay, keep going. I was gonna tell you if you think that Sarri is like that.
Well, as you can see, Sarri is more driven by emotion, I think, than Allegri. Allegri is more calm to himself when it comes to talking with the cameras and news reporters and everybody. And Sarri just blah, and then I'll see you later what I'm gonna do with it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But like you said, Michael, as far as the handball thing goes, I don't think we should raise any more dust around it when it comes to Juve, because I don't think we would just indulge people who are trying to make a case from it. Like Michael said, it's same rules for everybody. I also agree maybe that the rules are really harsh. For example, the second penalty that Juve got against Atalanta, that was really unnecessary. I can understand if you call like a penalty for a ball that's going towards a goal or preventing an assist or doing, but like Higuain basically sent the ball back. Like it wasn't even, it was totally unnecessary, not dangerous to their goal, and then they get a penalty. I think this is something that should be looked into. There's a lot of room for this rule to be fixed, but until it is, Miggy, like Mbappe. Yeah. What can we do? Not our fault.
I don't see the comment yet here in the program or the site we are using, but we have also Juventina Dalel who's watching us from Tunisia, and she's saying I couldn't watch the game, so I watch this to catch up. So ciao Juventina Dalel, I'm really happy that you joined, and that's really nice. That people.
We know who she is. We know very good. That's our singer right there.
Yes,
indeed. She was there singing and I think Martina was also there. Huh? Martina was there. You had Max, you had Alberto, you had a few people, and indeed Dalel was also there singing. She did really great. That's true.
Yeah, she was amazing. She was very nervous in the beginning, but she really did a great job.
Very nice voice she has.
I believe it's time for a game.
Let's do it.
It's time for a game. So I explain briefly, or you go through, Martina. You want to go through to explain the game in a few words, and also tell the people that are in the chat that they can win maybe something, and we will show what they can win. But it's game time. Go for it, Martina. Explain it.
Okay, so we talked about it last episode, but let's go over it again. So this is called the Juve game. It's a new game that we just started. Today is going to be we kind of did it last episode, but today it's really the beginning of it. So there are 12 balloons. Every episode, each person in the live will explode one. And one of these every balloon has a message, and you will have to do whatever the message say. And in one of them, there is a giveaway. So if we pop the giveaway balloon in this episode, we will have a giveaway for everyone in the chat.
No, not for everyone. For one person.
I mean, have that many things to give away, but there is one giveaway that everyone can participate and one person will. Let's make sure of that.
I think it's important to explain. Otherwise, we will have from. Can you show the giveaway, or you don't have it here with you? I don't know if you have it.
I have it hidden right there. You want to take it out?
Let's do it later. But but it's a nice giveaway.
Martina was there for a second, like Oprah. You get a car. He gets a car. Everybody gets a car.
And tomorrow we have like 10,000 followers on the channel because everyone wants to win.
Everybody wants one.
Oh my God.
But to be fair, because people are thinking, I know when we are watching shows, people are always thinking that there are people that are cheating. The organizers are cheating. So how will we decide which balloon will be popped?
So the people in the chat will say a number, and then so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the first number that appears, that's the balloon will pop, and then we go, for example, Giuseppe first, Max second, Michael third, and I go last, and then that's it.
It's for a number from 1 to 12.
Yeah. So 1 to 4, 5 to 6, 7, 8.
Okay. And we have a first number, because I was about to say the first one who write down the number is actually winning, and we had Michael that was quicker than everyone. It's 5. So it's the fifth balloon that you have to explode.
So you go? It's for you?
I go. Let's do it.
Considering everything you've done, Giuseppe, I'm like, I don't know what could it be there that could trouble you.
You know what? Before doing it, Martina, the last time I was writing with Martina the things what we wanted. This time I hadn't the time, so Martina added things that I have not even idea. I promise you it's true. So let's check.
Sorry. Where's the message?
You have nothing to do. You have nothing to do.
Behind me.
Okay. Oh. No!
Oh!
Everyone in the stream gets free stuff. Congratulations, guys! Everyone who's watching.
Oh my god! I promise you, it's not a trick. It's just like
I don't
giveaway.
know where it was. So give away.
Whoa!
Should I
Okay.
show what it is?
Yes. Show it so
Yeah.
that people can see that it's a nice giveaway.
So it's, let me prepare and hold on.
What do you got there, Santa?
Oh!
Oh, boo!
So we start immediately with an amazing giveaway.
It's a Juventus official ball.
It's nice. It's really nice. Shit, can I play also?
Oh! You can participate to promote it, but not to actually win it.
So what do people has to do to win it? Because for sure there will be one winner. If I'm not wrong, Martina on Twitter will write a dedicated tweet about that giveaway. What you will have to do, you don't have to be really quick, because you have 2 or 3 days. We will explain that also. But to under the tweet, you have to retweet it, just a retweet. You have to subscribe for sure. And then you have to write where you are from, because we are really curious to know where our people are from. So just say you retweet, you subscribe on the YouVe Show, and then you say Armando from USA or Michael from the Netherlands, whatever, or you put hello or whatever, and then we will pick one people from there that win the giveaway. We will do also a live about that, Martina, in a few days. We do a live, and then we will extract one people that wrote in the Twitter message. Okay?
Yes. Wow, we started good this game today.
So we have
Wow.
now one for Max.
Yes. What number?
Give us a number. Because
Comment.
give us a number for Max.
Let's see.
The first number wins.
8.
Number 8.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Let me try to have the. Oh my god. This is for who?
For Max.
I'm scared.
Oh!
Oh!
Dance like Quadrado. Show those moves.
Oh, shit, wait. I don't have room here. Wait. All right, wait. I'm going to have to do it then. Maybe
He's
on
running
this
away.
side.
Oh my god! Now I'm nervous. Huh? Jesus.
Oh.
All right. Wait, but you can't see me. Hold. Wait.
That's
Go
an
for your
that's
left.
an historic moment.
Oh
that-
my god.
Something like this.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we see you.
That's great.
Oh shit! How does he do it? Oh, something like.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice one. That's a nice one. I love it. I love it. I love this game.
I love this
Hey,
game.
sorry, I didn't recognize you, Uncle Pat.
Indeed, that's so bad. So it's a crazy, because I was really waiting for the Quadrado dance. I knew that was one of the messages, the Quadrado dance, and I wanted also a giveaway for the really first official time. So we have both. So guys, stay in the show if you want to see the next 2 ones, because we will do it a bit later. So stay in the show because they have some nice surprises. And now let's go back to Juve, because entertaining is fine, but it's also nice to speak about Juve. Max, you know that we will take that part of the video and we will post that. You know that, huh?
Oh, that's a GIF. That's a GIF. Your channel is on today, and you just get him dancing.
You gotta make it viral. I love it.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't get that one. Jesus Christ. Whew.
We got saved. We got saved. Oh my god. Thank God.
For the next time I'm guest here, I'm gonna have to do my dances. I'm gonna have to go through all the celebrations.
Yes.
I like that.
Prediction time, and I believe the guy who predicted the right score is in the chat. So because we had the prediction, and there was only one people who predicted well and who unlocked, because we always do that. When some people predict well, then we give them unlocking of a badge for the predictor of the YouVe Show. Who was it, Martina?
He was actually our guest on the last show.
Here it is.
Yes, there you go. It's Rocco.
Congratulations, Rocco. Yeah, congratulations. I would have preferred that we won, but it was beautiful to have that 2-2.
Impressive.
Guess. Nice guess.
Impressive.
And then Ronaldo, big topic. Starting with Max, because you had to dance, so you can start the discussion. We spoke a lot about Ronaldo. Some people called him Penaldo because he scored 2 penalties. The facts are that today he's at 28, one goal behind Immobile at 29. And then we know that we have 6 games to play. He has 6 goals behind Lewandowski for the Golden Boot. What's your prediction about your take on the Penaldo thing, and then your prediction on where he will finish? And then we go to Martina, and we finish with Michael on that one, if he wants to add something.
Well, when it comes to Penaldo, I've seen some pictures of Ronaldo after the game, and it really looked like he was really shook up because people call him Penaldo. You know, he was probably shedding tears in that big he was feeling on. Like, he doesn't care. Nobody cares. I don't care. Like, just keep him coming. To be honest, if there's one thing that's really, really good for us, that's a happy Ronaldo. Because when Ronaldo is in his groove and just keeps scoring, you see that he is in the zone. And at least it doesn't matter that if it's penalty, just keep him in the zone. Because I remember when he just came into the club, it took, a lot of time for him to get into his groove, and one time he also was in a little bit of a scoring drought. Mm-hmm. And considering the amount of important games that we have coming up, I don't want to see another drought start right now. Like, just keep scoring. I personally don't care if he's the top scorer of the league or not. Would be nice. It's like a cherry on a cake. But in general, I really don't care. Like, I'm already satisfied with how much he is given, like, as a player to us. He scored a lot of goals, a lot of memorable goals. Yes, a lot of them were penalties, of course, but that doesn't make him thank you, Jason. That doesn't make him any less big of a player that he is, and people can undermine him as much as they want, but he's just one of the greatest ever. And yeah, I'm probably going to get a lot of Ronaldo fanboys follow-ups after this. But in general, I don't care. Well, I just want the team to play good. And I know it's not easy for him because our midfield has been a mess for a long time. And only recently we're starting to put some small pieces together that it's starting to resemble as something that could be cohesive. But, he is doing the best he can. And of course, he's the best. I mean, would you be pissed if Ronaldo wasn't there and Dybala had like 10 goals off penalties in a season? Of course you wouldn't. You wouldn't care. But it's like there's this agenda around Ronaldo, like whatever he does. Yeah, that's it. Right there. Would you be? Nobody would bat an eye. Like, Immobile scored how many penalties this season? Does anybody talk about it? No, nobody does. But that just tells you how big of a name he is. And a lot of it is also publicity. It's like if you say, I don't know, De Ligt or Ronaldo are shit, that's going to get traction very easy. And, oh, of course, Rocco. Yeah, we'll share beers, buddy. So, yeah, in general, just keep him coming, buddy. Keep him coming, Ronaldo. I just want to see goals, and we all know where.
Yeah, I completely agree. I couldn't agree more to everything you said.
Okay, side question before, like another small intermezzo. Do you think that the Dybala mask should go over the nose?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. So, let's all the 4 of us do it, and then we discuss.
if you wear a quarantine mask under your nose, that's bullshit. So you have to wear it over it. So,
So,
it should be.
Let's do it all in the same time.
Yeah.
I do it like this.
I usually do it under my nose as well. It just fits better.
But that's
I can't read.
but that looks, honey. But that looks like Nike just sponsored your celebration.
Let us know in the comment. I'm really curious about that. Where do you think the Dybala mask has to be? Under the nose or over the nose? Let us know. I'm really curious.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Guy, I believe.
I took us off subject. I'm sorry.
Oh no! I think it's a nice one, but I believe everything has been said about that. Let's talk about because I had some question from RB Comes, who's always there.
Under the nose.
Everyone is saying under the nose. Look at that, under the nose, under the nose. So
come on, you guys.
So RB Comes is saying, I want that Champions League. It will be tough, but let's believe. And that's really actually a really nice thing to speak about it. So, guys, first, let's settle things. We have to beat Lyon. That's number one.
Yep.
If we do, we have Manchester City or Real Madrid. If we do, so it's the Pep Guardiola or the Zidane, the ex-team of Ronaldo. We will speak about that. If we win, we go to Barcelona, Napoli, Bayern, or Chelsea, while Chelsea is really nearly out of it because they lost 0. Then you see the other part where you see Leipzig, Atletico Madrid, PSG, and Atalanta.
Joke.
Michael, tell me your first feeling, your first reaction when you saw the draw about, okay, for sure we have to beat Lyon, but is it better to face the big teams first and then having a easier one in the final? Or what was your impression about that?
Well, I think that facing the idea of seeing, especially since Sarri and Pep play such a similar style, knowing that City obviously play Pep style of football a lot better than we play Sarri style of football, is a bit concerning. The Rugani celebration.
That's why I was laughing, because I have no idea, except of the pizza in the coffee. I don't know what he does.
Oh, Rugani. The Matuidi celebration is the best one. That's actually second best. Obviously, of Cristiano's the best. Come on.
Sorry, Michael, go for it, because
City. Yes. So I think, obviously, knowing that we face City, Real next game, if we beat Lyon, it's tough. The thing about the Champions League this year that we have to remember is it's just a one-legged game. It's just one game. Anything can happen. So you never know really. But the idea of us playing City, especially City, a bit concerned about. Then from the other side, obviously, I think that for me, Bayern are the team that really scare me from the kind of other side more than Barca are a bit so. Then you have Napoli and Chelsea. Not too pleased, but it's a Champions League. Like at the end of the day, you have to beat the best to get it. Whether you have the good teams on one side, bad teams on the other side. To be honest, Juventus play better against the stronger teams. Against Ajax last year, we should have beaten them. Let's be real. They're a good team, but we should have beaten them, and we flopped. So it's the Champions League for me. It's always a lottery. Anything can happen. Let's see if Cristiano brings his A game, and let's hope that we don't play City, because I'm really scared of playing City with Sarri.
Yeah.
It's like, that's because they're a team that plays they're the team that play the ideal sort of total football, and we're kind of trying to get to that level, and we are so far off it.
Real Madrid, if we win Lyon, Real Madrid is also near to winning the Liga. So they are, if I'm not wrong, they have four points above.
I think they can win it this Thursday. I think or something like that this week.
Yeah, they're gonna win this week.
Then they can also start to think about Champions League rest. So it's not one or the other. It's not easy. You know,
of course.
Madrid and City.
What do you prefer, Martina? City or Real?
Madrid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I prefer it. I can imagine Ronaldo getting up for that game as well. And
Yeah, I mean,
you never know.
City now that also got the ban away.
Yeah, lifted. Yeah.
I mean, they're probably like happy and they want to celebrate and they want to win everything. I mean, everything. I mean, the Champions League, because the rest is not even.
City over one game scare me, like, as in they're so strong. I mean, to be honest, I love how Pep plays, just in general. But
that's the thing. That's the thing, Michael. For Juventus, and I will ask the question to Max. Juventus is able to beat a lot of teams in home and away, like Barcelona, Real Madrid, everyone. We know Juventus is really strong in home and away to control certain parts of the game. For sure, we had other coaches than Sarri, who is totally different. Now it's only one leg. You're
exactly.
in or out. Max, what's your take on that? Better one leg against big teams, or do you think it's even more difficult for Juve?
Well, if you just dig not so deep into the past, I think you have a clear answer on that one. Like most of the teams that we managed, the big ones that we managed to beat, were always in a through two legs. And then you get to the final, and when it matters to break it in one game, whoopsie, and now you're gonna have 2 or 3 whoopsies until you can actually lift the cup.
I mean, it's like the Real Madrid game where we were losing 3-0, and then the second
and then second leg went 3-3.
We didn't manage.
Yeah,
thanks for bringing it up, Martina. Bad memories. Jeez.
Yeah. It's like, I'm pretty sure that, for example, if Berlin game against Barca had like a rematch, that we would probably burn them to the ground at this point. We were so pumped up. But like in the heat of the moment, and it's a neutral field, and you always need a little bit of time to get into the groove. A lot of times it takes a lot more time than the other club does. And in our cases, most of the time it was too late. So I'm not too happy about this. It's definitely going to be exciting. And when you look at the bracket, like I saw it somewhere, and it's very interesting because it's like 28 won Champions Leagues on our side of the bracket, and it's 0 Champions Leagues on the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very funny for me to see this, but I mean, we had in the past a lot of opportunities to come to the final on an easy foot, like that we had that the draw was favorable to us, that it was an easier way to go through, and then you still didn't win, and now you're kind of in position to really take things seriously right now, like starting from Lyon game where you're already 1 behind. That if you want to be the best, you have to beat the best. And a lot of people say this, and you just got to do it. And just give all you have, because if you don't win in the end, then you don't deserve it. That's what you should just, take it as a club and move on.
Yeah.
I have a question, guys, about that, because Michael, who was actually commenting the draw live with me, that was really nice experience. So thank you again, Michael. But he's saying both are scary. Speaking about the other ones, big influences on UEFA can't beat corruption. So to link that, am I the only one with Martina, because we spoke about it before the live, that we're questioning actually that? You see, the right part is already defined with the teams that are actually in the quarterfinals, and then you have the left part with all teams that has to be defined. Is it really like this, or you think there is maybe some hot and cold balls in that thing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Michael.
Well, I mean, I always find the Champions League draws sometimes a bit, maybe convenient. But to be honest, to me, it doesn't really make a difference, in the sense that they're not, even if they were to just pick, and kind of hide it behind the draw. Does it really matter? Like Max was saying, we usually struggle sometimes against the bad teams more than the good teams. So I think that I cannot really say, for certain or whatnot. Maybe there is something. I cannot say for sure that there isn't. But there have been some times where I say, Jesus Christ, we always face like the old player of ours, I'm surprised that we haven't come up against Real. That was we might come up against the next round, never know. But I think that for me, even if it does happen, I mean, what are we gonna do? Kind of forfeit the Champions League? Like, okay, guys, we don't come in your competition anymore. Like, so
I think I would just love.
I was about to launch the Juve game before the next topic, but if you want to finish that one on Champions League, go, Max.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, I would give anything to see Cristiano with a bicycle kick knocking out Real Madrid out of the champion.
Oh, imagine that.
I would be like that video, like where they're celebrating the from FIFA and there's no trophy.
No, there's no trophy. Yeah.
Just going, just like, this is my title. Like, I'm fine with this. Just
it's enough. And then we lose the final against Leipzig. That would be so Juve.
And then the Real Madrid supporters will applaud him, and he will go back to Real Madrid.
In a parallel universe.
Luckily, we are playing in Lisbon, and the Real Madrid fans will not be there, so we can stop after the bicycle, guys. Game time. Another one. People in chat. What numbers do we do?
Don't give me a quadrado dance, guys. Come on.
It's for Michael.
You can see that I'm way more boring than Max. Give me one, simple.
Choose a good number for Michael, guys.
Give me the number of like the King Khedira,
1.
The legend. 1. Let's have a look.
If you get Khedira, you just have to put some bandages on your leg.
Yeah, exactly. Just lie down, I'm a J Medical.
Hold on.
J Medical.
One day you will lose a message, Martina. I'm sure about that.
Oh God.
It should have been for Max, but could have been fun for Max.
Wait. So sing alone the Juventus anthem. Oh, not everything for sure, but Michael, do you know?
Yeah, I know it. I'll try remember the. I can pull up the lyrics as well. Oh my guys, I am a horrific singer. Sing along. Okay. Max, you want to join Michael? Yeah, Max, because we're gonna get everyone to switch off after if they hear my voice. Jesus Christ, it's gonna. Go. I'll do the first.
I don't remember you joining in on my quadrado dance. So. Well,
Giuseppe, if you lose fans, it's not my fault. Huh? So, oh my God, I need to like mute myself as well. Jesus. So, are you guys ready? We've just won the game. We've beaten Barca 3-0 at home, and Dybala scored 2. Chiellini scored the goal. Similia degli eroi, abbiamo il cuore a strisce, portaci dove vuoi, verso le tue conquiste. Dove tu arriverai, sarà la storia di tutti noi. Solo chi corre può fare di te la squadra che sei. Juve, storia di grande amore, bianco che abbraccia il nero, coro che si alza davvero per te. That's it, guys. Oh my God, Jesus. I'm never coming on again.
I love it.
Amazing. I love it.
Oh my God. I hope my girlfriend still wasn't watching. She was watching it. Hopefully. Oh my God.
That was so
just so you know, Giuseppe, this game really ruined my plan because I actually had a plan to make you sing this tonight on your show because you're the one who stood up my video making when we were all, and I wanted you to do it. But now Michael just pulled your ass out of the heat. This guy through Galaxy told me I should audition for American Idol. I don't audition just to give them a chance so that I give everyone a fair shot, Otherwise it would be, too easy.
Oh my God.
Guys, we have a last topic now, quickly. We go through to prepare the Sassuolo game that are in a big form, and then we finish with the last balloon for Martina this time, because don't believe that you will go away without doing the balloon, Martina.
I hope yours is terrible, Martina.
This episode has been tough. I don't know what to say in mind.
Jeez, the only thing worse than dancing is singing. I didn't even think of it.
Thank God the singing and the dancing went away.
Next game, Juve, Sassuolo. Then we have Lazio, Udinese, Sampdoria, Cagliari, and Roma. And then we have Inter, because now they have 68 because they won to Torino. I will do it in a ASMR style. Spal, Roma, Fiorentina, Genoa, Napoli, Atalanta. So and Lazio is playing Udinese, Juve, Cagliari, Verona, Brescia, Napoli. First game, Atalanta, guys. They are in big form. They have great players. Boga, Locatelli, Berardi, who is still really dangerous. They have some good players. What is our sensation here, our feeling? Again, scaring them because they are playing with intensity and without being scared, or are we more confident? And now we start with Max, because we finished with Max the last time. So we start with Max and then we do Michael.
Well, right now in Italy, I think two teams that play similar style of football are actually Atalanta and Sassuolo, like this dynamic, quick passing, pacey type of a game. And this is actually going to be a great opportunity for Juve to learn on their mistakes, to see what did they do in the last game wrong, and maybe start this game a little bit differently. Sassuolo have a really great uprising coach, and their style of football is really something that actually we should be playing like. But yeah, it comes in a very difficult moment, especially like we said, there's a lot of games, short time of period, and maybe these pacey teams are not something that we're first of all used to, because most of the teams in Serie A that we play against are just, putting up bunkers and not letting anybody go through. So this is a big change for us. But since we just played Atalanta, who plays similarly, I think this is a good opportunity for the guys to say, okay, last game this didn't work, maybe it's time to switch it up a little bit and start differently. I saw the lineup that's projected for tomorrow, and I see that it's going to be probably De Ligt and Rugani. I mean, both De Ligt and Bonucci had a little bit of a physical problems in the last games. I think it was something like a heel or a foot for Bonucci, and we saw De Ligt holding onto his shoulder numerous times through the
That shoulder
game.
always gets injured. Wow.
Like, I don't know, like, I mean, I can imagine that it can get hurt. He's like really the Hulk, like, and he falls on it, and it's probably not easy. But, it's going to be very interesting to see, because in the game where Rugani played against Milan, it kind of exposed a lot of Bonucci's movements and a lack of ability to cover certain spaces up. So for me, it's going to be on one side very interesting to see how does De Ligt fare in the same situation. So he has basically center back that he never played with before. I don't think we ever saw De Ligt Rugani together in the back line.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Could
Michael?
be. I'm not sure. I'm wondering if maybe I saw them at one point.
I don't believe it.
Maybe when they were subbed on, maybe like at some point someone was subbed on. Could it be that they played like 20 minutes maybe? I don't think they ever started a game though.
I don't believe neither.
I don't have this picture in my head of the two of them playing together. So this is going to be very interesting. And I see that Pjanic is coming back probably to the midfield. And we also have to be very careful in this game, because a couple of players are like one card away from being suspended, and already the next game is like the Lazio game. So, we really have to keep a lot of things in check. And yeah, I just want to see Juve learn from their mistakes. That's it. What did I do?
No, I'm just reading the comment.
Caden is going to sleep. So thank you, Caden, for being here.
Good night, Caden.
I'm the serious one. Martina is the favorite one. Max, the funniest one. And Michael is the singer.
So, you're the first person to ever call me a singer and insult to singers around the world.
Good night, Caden. Really happy that you joined.
Bye bye.
Bye, Caden.
Predictions. Look, Rocco is saying he's already starting with the predictions. Please note my prediction. Game for us. I'm afraid that we will not win for the third consecutive time. 1-1. And then you have the prediction of RB Combs, who is saying 1-2 for Juventus. Michael, your prediction and your take on the Sassuolo game.
So in terms of, well, Sassuolo are in good form at the minute. I think they've won. I think the last game that they lost was against Atalanta, obviously. I think they've won four in a row, something like that. So they're obviously in good form. But for us, I mean, obviously it's a must win. With the Lazio game coming up as well. Obviously, I know that Lazio aren't in great form, but they have our number. So I'm really worried about that game. I think it's going to be two tricky games. Focusing specifically on Sassuolo. Not surprised that Bonucci was dropped. Obviously, with the eye on the Lazio game, like Max said, I think we have a couple of players who can get suspended. I think one of them is Bentancur, and we can't really afford to lose him.
Quadrado, he's missing Sassuolo game, I think, right?
Quadrado's suspended for the Sassuolo game. Better than being suspended for the Lazio game. So that means that we're going to be treated to a Danilo masterclass.
I don't know, Michael, because Sassuolo is really strong, especially on the wings.
Yeah.
So is it good? Because we know that Lazio is, at the moment, I will tell you what I think, really quickly, and then you continue. Yeah. But at the moment, maybe I'm fearing most Sassuolo tomorrow than Lazio next week. Why? Fearing, it's a big word. Pay attention.
Yeah.
But why? Because we come from two games where we lost a bit of security. Mentally, we are maybe not 100% there. We play without Quadrado. They are quick. They are intense. They have nothing to lose. And they are really, after the lockdown, we saw a really great Sassuolo. While Lazio has really difficulties playing every 3 days. They have really difficulties. They lost like that spirit, that fire that they had. And they are a lot in difficulty. They lost 4 out of 6 games.
Yeah. No, Lazio are not in.
One were like... So, that's my take on it. Sassuolo.
That makes sense. I think I'm still just fearful of Lazio just because we never had an answer to them. And okay, obviously they're out of form at the minute. I mean, obviously, to be honest, I think that the only reason why we're so far ahead in the Scudetto is just that it's not really because of our brilliance, but more because Lazio and Inter kind of stopped starting. It's going to be a difficult game tomorrow, but they're both must-win games. And the game against Lazio, they're off form, but they're still a dangerous team. And I mean, for us, you saw what happened against Milan. Milan are not obviously they're in decent form, but as well teams wake up for Juventus as well, because you always want to beat Juventus. They're kind of the champions, whatnot. So I'm still concerned about Lazio. Against Sassuolo, I see what you mean though about the wings. You're probably right about that, but. Let's see. I'm still hopeful that we can beat them, to be honest. Who's home? Does it really matter who's home? Are Sassuolo home?
Sassuolo.
Yeah, Sassuolo.
Okay. I mean, the fans will go wild. But I would say, well, my prediction last time of Lecce was horrible. So, but I'll go with a 2-1 Juve. I think that we have to win this one. Because if we lose it. Okay, so Lazio Inter stop starting, but it brings them back in it. They win, boom, 5 points. We play Lazio, they can come to 2 points, just like that. So I think it's a really important game to win. And I think we still, although we have Sarri, who maybe is not a champion per se, no disrespect, but it's a fact. The mentality of the champions is still there. And it kind of tends to pull us across the line, and hopefully it will pull us across the line tomorrow. But we'll have to wait and see.
Martina, and then we close that Sassuolo game. But first, we will have the prediction also of Max for sure. But Martina, they are speaking. It's not confirmed yet, but to play eventually again Dybala on the right and having Higuain starting also. It's not confirmed yet. I believe Higuain needs some minutes, yes. But on the other hand, when we see what Dybala was able to do in his actual role, I already understand your answer because you were really expressive. But what's your take on that?
I don't think Dybala should play on the right side. He does not perform how he's performing on his actual position on the field. And however, if they can start that way, and then if we see that they're not performing, then Higuain out, Dybala goes in the middle, and then Bernardeschi can come in. We have a lot of changes, so we can make that easier now with the 5 substitution. So I mean, there is a plan B just in case if Dybala starts on the right.
Who would you rather play, Bernardeschi or Higuain from the start?
Bernardeschi.
Yeah, I agree. Because it gets the best out of I don't think that the Bernardeschi needs to have a good game. As long as Ronaldo and Dybala have a good game,
Yeah,
I'd play Bernardeschi there, and then get the best out of Costa as well later.
and he runs back, like he comes back and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Sometimes you don't see that from Dybala, and
Yeah.
and I don't even remember who said that. But the third person in the attack, so in that case, Dybala, if it's Ronaldo, Higuain, Dybala, needs to come back and kind of help.
No. That's not Dybala. No.
Exactly. So Dybala is not going to do that.
Yeah.
Therefore, I think Dybala should play in the middle and Bernardeschi on the right.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
That's very
Yeah.
harsh, but true.
I have a question for Max because you
prediction 2-1 as well.
2-1 for Juve for you.
Yeah.
Before the prediction of Max, but I have a really important question. Martina is saying we have a bit of confirmation of Michael that it's better to play Dybala where he's doing now, like a falso nueve or striker or how you want to call it, because he's not performing as good in a 4-3-3 on the right side. Okay, so that's a common thing that we see and that we understand. But Juve is looking for a 9 for next season. It can be Milik, it can be whatever name. I'm extrapolating now, so don't report that on Twitter, but whatever. It can be a Haaland, it can be...
Probably it will be Giuseppe.
Yeah, let's say Giuseppe as a number 9. But and Ronaldo would stay on the left. We know that because this year he had a lot of disputes with Sarri because he doesn't want to play there. So where will he play next year? Where we will have a decent number 9, a real striker, like a old Higuain, or a younger Higuain, or whatever striker. You know what I'm thinking? And maybe if we have, and I'm going crazy, I know I'm doing a monologue again, but what if Juve sell him because of that incompatibility of tactics? It's a question, Max.
They sell Dybala.
I said Dybala. You know what I see? Because a lot of people say he's our future capitano, he's our player, he's the best one, and I agree with that. Huh? He left. Max left. I agree with all of that.
Attack. You said sell Dybala, and I got an instant heart attack.
No, I never said sell Dybala. I said, but if he's playing on the right, he's playing less good as he's doing now. But Juve is really looking for, like a Dzeko, a Milik, but those guys are in the center. So with Ronaldo there, where will we play him? Or we will go to a 4-3-1-2, or I don't know. But it's Dybala.
I know.
Tell me, Max.
I know. There's a lot of things. I mean, but these are supposed to be like, how do they like sweet troubles, like for a coach, that you actually have this range of players with different characteristics. Like, okay, we are talking about Sarri, who is very stubborn when it comes to tactics, and he only sticks to one thing, and if it doesn't work, then we're all screwed. But I don't think that should be a reason to sell, especially a player who's given this much to the club, and especially not to sell him to build your attack around a 35-year-old Ronaldo. I don't care that Ronaldo is the best player ever, or you can call him however you want, but it doesn't justify like you having such a gifted technical player and not being able to use him is something that should like really be for the management to talk with the coaches. Like, you got to find a way to make this work. And I know that we are looking for a number 9. To be honest, I don't think that whoever comes as a number 9 is going to be like in our starting lineup for the next year. I think it's mostly going to be like a rotational backup. I don't see none of the players on the list to constantly be on this side unless they really switch up with the tactics and then some of them being pushed. So Dybala should stay for any reason necessary, and Sarri needs to find a way to employ him because he's one of the most technically gifted players in Serie A. And just to sell him because you don't know how to use them, it's a little bit, it's like, I don't think any coach would like have to be that much free to allow this to himself. It's like, you gotta fucking make it work. It's like when people said like, oh yeah, Messi and Dybala can't work together or something. How can you just fucking say something like this? You have two beautifully technically gifted players. It's like, oh yeah, Ronaldo and Messi could never play together. It's like, come on, give me a break. It's like, if you're the right coach who has enough vision and enough imagination in your head and you know how to use this, you'll make it work. And you should do it. So I don't think we should be too stressed out about who's the next number 9 going to be, because I think what we're most dependent on at this moment is who is going to be our winger attack, because I don't see Bernardeschi staying. I see that the Douglas Costa is like being more and more offered to clubs because of his injury rate. So I think the right winger who comes is going to be like Kulusevski that they're mentioning. I don't expect Kulusevski maybe to be a regular, but maybe he surprises from the start. You never know. Mm-hmm. And if we're talking about number 9 who should come maybe next year, I actually agree with Rocco. Yeah, I would take Zapata over Milik any day. Did you see he like shook Bentancur off his shoulder, like just sit down. Like, he is so strong. Like, I would get him in an instant, because I think we should get an economical and a great forward who is going to have this role. Yeah, Milik, Dzeko, like, yeah. Nobody, I don't think any of these people on the list are going to be in the starting lineup. And I think they could potentially switch with Dybala, but then if Dybala is in the game, then he's a false 9. Then if you get Milik in, then he's a forward 9. So you basically don't have an identical player to substitute with.
Yeah.
I think after last season, the management, last summer for sure, the management wanted to sell Dybala, and I think it was sadly for the reasons that Giuseppe was saying, because maybe there wasn't that fit with Ronaldo. He didn't have a great season. There was an economical opportunity, but I would be, to be honest, especially with the contract that they're going to offer him, would be stunned if they chose to sell him. I think that they went through that last year, and to be honest, this season I think that Dybala showed them it would have been a huge mistake. But I am curious to see who our front. I assume that we'll be playing with a front 3 again. I am curious to see who our front 3 will be, to be honest, because like you guys say, Bernardeschi's probably out. Douglas Costa's being offered around. Will be Kulusevski? Will we get a Zapata who will be kind of a rotation guy? I don't know. I think that it's still kind of unknown. But Dybala will stay. There's no way. Ronaldo's also getting old. I love him, and he's one of the best players in the world. Obviously, best player in the world. Sorry, Ronaldo fans. Yeah, I think it will be interesting, this transfer window.
Before going to the Juve game, 2 things, guys. The prediction of Max, because he didn't predict yet.
Oh, I'm gonna say 1-3
for Juve.
For Juve.
Yep.
No, he's a huge Sassuolo fan. He's been he's hiding his Berardi shirt behind the Dybala shirt.
Yeah.
So that's the prediction. And we close with before closing, guys. I wanted to say hello. Yeah, indeed. Ermias, who joined. We have Amer, a new one. So thank you. We have a lot of people that joined that went away. So thank you, guys. It's really, really, really nice. I'm really happy to see that. But Martina.
Oh, no.
I believe it's your game time. So can you guys put a number in the chat that Martina has to pop, and it's Martina's turn, and then we will finish with a few announcements, and then we close it. Go Martina. Go Martina. let us know the number of the balloon that Martina has to pop. And we 7 was the first. Hassan.
Oh, I hope it's
Oh,
terrible.
this is gonna be.
Oh.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
I hope you have to sing while dancing, Martina.
I better
You
not.
gotta put confetti in those balloons next time.
We did this one last time, but okay.
Oh, I
Oh,
like.
draw.
Oh,
Oh, that's good. That's a
interesting.
good one. That's a good one. Draw Juventus player.
She has to draw one, and the chat has to find out. If they are able to find out, Martina succeed. Otherwise, she lose. So
Well, she's a designer, so we got a lot of expectations.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's true. You have to live up. Juve designer. Juve designer. Jeez.
I don't
Jeez.
draw. I do everything in the computer.
while Martina is drawing, I will go to the last part already, showing guys a shootout. And really thank you, because this week, for the first time, the YouVe Show, that is quite new, we went to 102 subscribers. Thank you for
That's
that,
awesome.
really. And if I'm not wrong, we even did 105 now. So we are at 105.
Awesome.
Thank you. That's really nice. And we are also starting with the giveaways. I hope you like the game. Let me know, guys. Do you like the game that we are doing, the Juve game, where a lot of things are for our guest, and then one is a giveaway for you? Sometimes we will pop it like today. Sometimes it will not. It's the people in the chat. Let us know what you think about that. That was the first thing. Prediction time about Sassuolo. Martina will launch it, because we will do again on Twitter the prediction time, so that we know. Max said 1-3 for Juve. Michael said 1-2, if I'm not wrong.
Yes.
And Martina also. I never predict the score. And guys, as we had amazing guests like Michael, like Max, like Rocco, like AJ, we had so many nice guests over the 6 episodes. I don't forget, we had Roman in the first one. We had Marcin, blah blah blah, Mo, and so on and so on and so on. If you want to join, it's easy. Contact us on Twitter, on Instagram, on YouTube, or send us an email, and I will show you the email. Where is it? Here it is. Here is the email. For the people that doesn't know, La Panquina, that's the thing that Martina and myself did a few weeks ago, I think, after the first episode. That Panquina is actually the Panquina where Del Piero and Boniperti sat down at the opening of the stadium, but it's also the one that where the creators of Juventus sat down in 1897, or a few years before the launch, where they were discussing about creating a club. And that's where the coach is sitting. So, guys, if you want to be on the show, let us know, because that would be for us really something that we would appreciate. So, Martina, are you ready with the drawing?
Yes. Let me get this.
Giuseppe's really in master of buying time. Like I was looking.
That was impressive.
Really
I actually forgot that Martina was drawing. In fact, I'm just totally sold. Like, I'm like, whoa, that bench.
Okay, it's gonna be easy.
So I will put you in big screen. People, the first one
Yes.
who guess, and we can also participate, guys. The first one who guess, he wins. He wins nothing, but he wins.
just wins.
3, 2, 1, go for it. Oh, that's
that was easy.
Oh.
That's an easy one.
Oh, that's an easy one.
That's obviously Rugani. It's a Rugani celebration.
It's a Rugani celebration.
Yeah, that's Rugani doing a Ronaldo
Yeah.
celebration.
Look at that. Michael, Ronaldo, RB comes, Hassan, all CR7. The celebration was that I will promise you the next time I will give as a rule that we have to also draw the face.
The face, yeah. Jeez, you draw a mannequin. That's a mannequin outside the Juventus store.
Yeah. I prefer the face.
These are our faces.
I had to stay singing, Martina. You get to draw a mannequin. Jesus, unfair.
Michael, Max, thank you for being the guest. It was for me and Martina. I think we had a really nice time. Normally, we targeted. I remember when we started discussing about the Juve show, we said we will do a 45 minutes maximum 1 hour show. We are here at 1 hour 34. Uh, and I have a lot of fun, more and more and more, thanks to the guests, because you never know. For me, the chemistry is always really important. And I loved it. So it's
Yeah.
your time. Michael, you start to saying hello to the people in the chat and your message to the Juve world.
Yes. Hello. Yeah, it was an absolute pleasure. Like it was last time. I really enjoyed it. Hopefully, we'll get to see some a good close to the season. I'm on. If you want to follow me, I just talk some rubbish about Juventus occasionally at Mike Filetti. I have a blog. It's on my Twitter, whatever. But yeah, let's hope for a good end to the season. Let's hope that the Champions League doesn't bring us too much pain. You never know. Maybe I'll actually have a good memory of the Champions League, not just terrible memories. Maybe I'll be like Giuseppe and actually be happy when I think about the Champions League.
Gotta be positive.
So guys, on Twitter,
how can you be positive with all the pain we've had?
True.
Thank you, guys. It was an absolute pleasure as always.
Thank you.
If you want to follow Mike on Twitter, go there, follow him. You will find him easily. And in the meanwhile, I will write down the tag of our other guest, Max.
And dancer.
Well, first of all, thank you guys for having me on the show. I mean, ever since I went on Twitter, I got to meet so many wonderful people, and you among them. And I really, even though we actually never sat down at the same table, I really consider you friends. And it's always nice to see you. And I really hope to talk with you guys soon. I also want to say hello to all the people who are watching this show, and that they continue following this show and recommend the show to anybody else they know that would love to have fun and spend a fun evening like I just did with you guys. And also, I also want to wish everybody to stay healthy and be safe in this world that's absolutely crazy right now, and everybody is having their own shit to deal with. And I kind of hope that it's going to be over soon. In the meantime, the only thing we can do is share positivity and do it all together, and doing it on this show, and also watching the games and commenting and making a community that actually pushes each other to something better is always welcome. So also thanks to you two for making all this effort and making a show that puts smiles on people's faces.
Thank you.
It's important. Thank you, Max. Really appreciate it. So we have a tradition. It's always Martina that closes the show. So I say also, guys, thank you again to the guests, but especially to the people in the chat, because we are having fun. We are discussing, but then I really love the people in the chat that are looking at the screen and taking the time to listen to us. Really, it's always a pleasure, and that's why the people that are still there at the end, are become Skaden, who jumped back. He went to sleep. He couldn't, sleep because he was thinking about the end of the show, so he came back. Then we have Master Manager, who just launched also a channel, a YouTube channel, Master Manager. So if people want to, that's Master Manager. You can go on his YouTube channel, subscribe to him. He's new. He will do really nice things. Hassan, who really loved it, and so on and so on and so on. Thank you, guys. Martina.
So I always say it, and I'll never stop saying it. Thank you to, first of all, our two guests. We loved it, and I mean, every episode we grow and we grow, and I love it. And also to every single, oh my god, one. I mean, thanks to you guys. You guys give us, questions and more topics that we talk, and we absolutely love it. And we try to engage with the people in the chat as much as we can. For example, the game and other things. Oh my god, every time. So thank you for following and pushing us to get better and better. And I mean, I'm so happy of what we are building. I mean, first 100 subscribers, so that's amazing. And let's hope they keep growing, and our community as a family keeps growing, because that's our ultimate goal. And so yeah, I mean, thank you again to everyone, and let's win tomorrow.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, guys.